are the Bengals done? Is this year not happening?
I want to say no, but the firm believer in me.
I know. I want to say no too.
It hurts though. It just hurts.
Look,
it hurts.
Jake Browning came in, played. He threw 3
He's seasoned.
but
He's
he played
seasoned,
a damn good game.
And he's seasoned. He's a seasoned
He came in 2023.
He's played.
He went 500. He went like 4-3, right?
4-3. Yeah, he did.
He went 4-3. So
not any
I get it
backup.
like this, Ken. This is my reasoning. If he can just go 500, 6-6,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Boom.
exactly what I said.
The first 2 wins was huge because Burrow come back. They
Set
8-6, right? Last 3 games of the season. Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. You could come out 11-6, and if you get in the tournament, it's gonna be a fucking problem with Burrow.
But this,
you know
they
how you
said
come back.
at least 3 months. This is you saying that everything
that's-
goes perfect and Burrow comes back for those 3 games.
Man, I did stem cell on my toes before.
That at least is like.
Bro, I had stem cell on my toes before, bro.
I mean,
you gonna stem cell them toes after the surgery, bro. That 12 weeks is gonna turn into.
What was wrong with your toe?
Shit, I did a lot of planning driving, Skip. A lot of planning driving.
Everything.
So I couldn't even do a lunge. I couldn't even lunge back on my toe. My big toe bending like this was a problem.
Okay, so you had turf toe.
Basically,
Yeah.
On both toes.
But
and
he
I
has
went and
turf
got
toe
stem cell.
and
I ain't
ligament.
felt my toes since, Skip.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's stuff out there now. This is a new day and age. There's stuff out there that can speed up that healing process. Brownie, go 6-6. Be 8-6. If he's 8-6 when he returned against the Dolphins, Cardinals, and the Browns,
I like that.
hey, man, they still got a shot.
It's just
I worry.
Joe Burrow overcomes so much.
He
If
does.
you look at what him and Chase did last year, freaking incredible seasons, and they couldn't beat these teams. He masked so much. I don't know if he masked it because we all can see it, but he overcomes so much with his play and what he's able to do. As much as Jake Browning, he's viable. He can win you some games. It's just the league we're in right now. You talk about the views. The reason the views are like that is because the skill level and the level of football we're watching is so high.
It is.
You need Joe Burrow to win to actually have a shot to beat these teams they're going to be facing because week after week, like think about it. They were losing yesterday with Trevor Lawrence still there. I know we don't believe that Trevor Lawrence is the guy, but they should have won that game, and Jake Browning still was able to win. That should let you know, like, the margin is like this close.
Yeah.
So when you start playing these top teams, you're going to need Joe Burrow because it's bigger than just go out there, I can read the defense, I can make this. What makes Joe is his ability to overcome whatever it is. He's standing there and he is like Joe, I understand he dealt with a lot of injuries, but Joe is a dog. Like he man, when you watch him play, it's just something about it. Like he took them hits from Myles Garrett. He did interviews like, I mean, it's Myles. Yeah, he hit me, but I'm good. Whatever. Like, and we seen how like it's more to Joe Burrow than just the delivering the ball. It's more to him. And that's why I say I'm a little nervous because.
And who are the Bengals without Joe Burrow? Looking at the rest of the team, it's tough.
Like Jamar Chase is incredible. He gonna get his, but that's not gonna be enough to like. It's just not because at some point they're gonna be like, okay, shift the coverage to him, make T beat us, and then now it's like, okay, now the defense is it's a lot, man. Like when you get in them shootout games, that's where Joe Burrow is gonna come into play.
100%.
Somebody all right, listen. We can score, go blow for blow with them. We just need to edge them out. And that's where it's like, man.
But Browning got him 6-6 in 2023. So if he could do that.
Hey, just be a 500 quarterback, Brownie.
If he
do
can
what
do
you
that,
do, baby. That's
get
what we pay
Burrow
you
back
for.
in, maybe. So
And then they got games they can win.
Bengals are done?
Yeah, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Cody?
I do. I think they're done, unfortunately. I hate this one. This one hurt yesterday. And to Akeem's point, though, I mean, in 2020, he tore his ACL in, week 11, I think it was? He was back for 2021. I mean, he's going to take his rehab seriously. I believe he can get back. But with Joe Burrow, since he's been drafted, they're 40-30-1. And he took over a bad roster, so that's impressive.
Yeah.
Without him, they're 6-8. And Browning was 4-3 that year in 2023. So I believe he can keep them right around 500. I think he can keep them afloat. The AFC North is gone. The Ravens are now going to win that. They have no chance there, but he can keep them in contention maybe for a wild card spot for 11 games. Now, if you bring Burrow back, this is where I get concerned, is that he is coming back fresh. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean that he is coming back like it's week one all over again on December 14th or December 21st, whatever game he plays in,
Yeah.
and this is without fall camp and preseason. He's going to be starting fresh to where he's been out of football for 3 months. And at that point in time, you guys know in late December, these teams are hitting their stride. This is where the great teams are taking over, and they're about to go on a playoff run.
Yep.
If you're starting fresh as Joe Burrow and you don't have that rhythm that you've been in all season, I think it's going to be tough for him to overcome, even if Browning puts him in a good spot throughout the year. So I hate to say it, man, this one sucks. I want Joe Burrow to be successful so bad. He's a great player. He's a great leader. Unfortunately, I do think they're done this year.
And I am not giving up on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Go,
Jake
Skip.
Browning,
Let's go, Skip.
undrafted out of Washington.
Yeah.
I loved how he played yesterday. He went 92 yards in 15 plays against a pretty good defense, featuring Travis Hunter finally playing lots of snaps on defense, more on defense than offense. And he had to convert a 4th and 3 at his 15-yard line, which he did to his little running back, who's not very good, but Chase Brown's okay. He tries hard. That's all I can say. And he hit him with a little pop pass that he broke for 15 yards. And then there was a 4th and 5 play that Travis Hunter got flagged for pass interference. I don't know if you saw the play. It was iffy. I would have thrown the flag because I thought he got there a little early, but whatever. They got some breaks, but they cashed. And they're 2-0, and that's a big deal because he knows how to play.
Yeah.
He's not Joe Burrow, but they trust him because Jamar caught 14 balls yesterday for 165 yards. That'll work, man, and he'll catch them from Jake almost the way he catch them from Joe Burrow. So this surgery is very rare. Because what you didn't do, Aqib, with your toes, you didn't tear ligaments in your big toes.
Right.
He tore the ligament where you have no choice. You got to get it cut on.
Repair.
They can go in. They're going to have to reattach the ligament. But it's so rare that nobody knows really how long. They're just throwing out some number, 3 months. Maybe he could come back in a month and a half.
Right.
To your point, you better hit the ground running.
Yeah, you have to.
Because everybody else is going to be at full speed
Yeah.
at that point. But knowing Burrow, he does seem like a quick healer. He also seems like he's a little fragile because now he tore up his knee and he tore up his wrist, and this is his 3rd surgery in 6 years. That's not a good sign. Where some guys just stay healthy. I don't know how they do it. God is good, but God hasn't been good to Joe this way because this was a freakish sort of injury, and he suffered it, and it tore the ligament completely running up through his toe. But I think he'll come back sooner than later. And I think Jake Browning will go win this game against Carson Wentz at Minnesota. And then it gets really rough because they go at Denver, Detroit, and at Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they'll lose those, though.
they're probably going to lose those games. I don't.
Yeah, I
Keep
don't
going,
know
though,
about
Skip.
that Minnesota one is like Carson ain't, but that defense is still.
They is.
I mean, they.
Like listen,
Brian
that
Flores.
Minnesota, Brian Flores gonna
He's
light
him.
him up.
He is him.
And
And
he,
that's-
but the thing
Going up
is,
against a backup, Flores
that
is
ain't
sitting
like
there
no,
like
we
this.
going in there just to.
but how Flo play, when you do all that lighting up, bro, you got to play man against these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like a matchup problem. You
Yeah.
want to play
Gotta
Flo
play man,
defense.
yeah.
You got to play man against. I could be the quarterback and give me Hig and him.
Yeah.
Come on, Flo, bring that shit. I'm and let that bitch ride, and I'm gonna let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Just like Browning did in the game. That's the same. Browning ain't do much. He threw that shit to Higgins. He threw that shit to Jamar, bro. They gonna be open. They gonna make plays, especially against man coverage.
I don't think they play a lot of man, though. I think we see fire zone to where they're blitzing, dropping that
Fire
backside.
zone is
keeping
man.
hands. But
It's match, it's
but
man,
that
bro.
I mean, it is to underneath, but that still makes you process a little bit more as a quarterback. When it's man to man, I almost want that because I go, all right, cool. I'm going to change the mic call here. I know pressure's coming this way. I can close my eyes and throw a go. I can close my eyes.
You can
make
do
sure
that-
the whole
you can do
defender's
that
not there.
against fire zones, though.
Who was he throwing to?
You can do that against
But if I had
fire
Jamar
zone.
Chase and T. Higgins, I'm throwing to those guys. Like
So
that's,
when they start playing man in Green Bay, who is he throwing to?
I'm still throwing to Jamar.
No, I said Green Bay.
Oh, you're saying when they play man
Who
in
is the
Green Bay
guy
on
to go
offense?
to in Green Bay? Yes, I brought
I'm
this all the
taking
way
Dubs
back.
and Wicks over the top, bro. I'm throwing to Tucker Kraft. Tucker
come
Kraft is
on,
a mismatch.
man. All right,
on the
go
inside.
back
Let's
to-
get
go
Josh
back to
Jacobs
that.
out of the backfield.
I'm just saying, you need a guy.
No, I
like,
mean,
that's why
I agree.
you feel that way, because
It's
they got
five.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Look, it's 5 winnable games on this schedule.
All right.
Vikings with no JJ. Y'all can split with the Steelers. I think they can split with the
Absolutely.
Steelers. They can get one. They
Yep.
can get one versus
That's-
Pittsburgh.
They playing like
They
this.
play the
This-
Jets.
this way this defense
They play the
playing.
Bears.
Yeah.
They play the Patriots at home.
Okay.
5 winnable games right there.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
Yep.
He could win them 5. You win them 5, let Joe
So
come
now
back.
you flipped around. Now you're
But you
foolish,
think
right?
Joe's going to come back and go, just
Well,
right
look,
into
I
it.
had a high ankle sprain one time. I played for the Rams.
Yeah.
Whoop, dude, rolling to my ankle, high ankle sprain, right? Shit, I missed 11 games, and I hit the ground, like whoop, just like you're saying. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's
right.
different position,
That's
though,
just
dog.
what us all pros- That's just what us all pros do, Cody.
That's two different
Fucking
positions,
all
though.
pros,
But
Cody.
listen,
We hit the fucking ground and we go.
Hey,
You know
listen,
what I'm
I
saying?
get that, but we got to go with the history of why Joe and them played in the preseason. They've had historically bad starts.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, this ain't the
Because
start.
they needed the He going to be starting all the way
His
over.
team won't be starting.
Man,
This
you
is Joe.
you rehab. You know rehab is not preparation. That is rehab. That
This
is
is
not
Joe
getting in
Burrow
shape.
we
That
talking
ain't-
about, though.
Joe is a dog, but
Yeah, this is Joe Burrow.
There's some merit to what he's saying because he's going to come back with teams that's hitting their stride and he's going to have to.
His team gonna be hitting their stride as well. It's not like when they start the season slow, it's like, Joe's starting slow. It's the O-line, it's everybody, the defense, it's everybody. His team will be hitting their stride. You put in the fresh Joe gonna be fucking Joe.
Man,
Hey,
I-
He been
I-
Joe
and I
since
hope
youth
you're right.
They
football.
was lighting people up last year, Joe and Jamar, and they wasn't winning, man.
They was losing them games. They was
That's
losing
what
the
I'm
games.
saying. But even
this year
Joe
they
was
winning
still
them games.
overcoming.
These 2 games last year they would have lost. They won them 2.
Yep.
Hey, they got something on their side this year. They
First
winning them
time
games they
since
would have lost last year.
2018 that they've won 2 games starting.
Hey, they're not the best
It's
team in
week,
the league.
yeah, yo,
It's
it's
two.
week 2. Okay, before we wrap up, I do